one of our current KYW reporters, and you know Jay. And the little demonstration here is that this is what Jay used to carry around back in the 1960s, probably, to report on stories.
Let me tell you something. The one I carried around weighed easily this much, and you had to wind it up. It was spring operated.
Crank on it. Yeah.
And then, to reverse the tape, to wind it back, you had another crank. And that wasn't spring loaded, so you had to wind the whole thing back, you know? And by the time you finished with all that, you forgot why you were out there in the first place.
In other words, you worked with Fred Flintstone,
Yeah.
right?
That's it, yeah.
When Jay started his career, he was actually 6'3". You know.
Would you believe?
Now Hadass will demonstrate what reporters carry today. This is general issue KYW equipment. That's it.
Most people use this. You record on this, and then you flip this little flash drive, stick it into your computer, and then you click and drag the files out. That's if you are not filing remotely.
If you're filing remotely.
Then you do it on your iPhone, right here. And you edit on your iPhone. So I have a little work file, and then basically I can, here, I'll pull it up so you can kind of see. If I'm editing audio, it looks like your computer would at home. Can you see that? And then you can basically, edit all your stories just like this. I remember doing a story like up the street, and by the time I walked back, it was in the computer because I filed it. You send it like an email, and then, it just sounds like a regular, just edit, just like that.
And she mails it back to the station.
What program is in the phone? Which program is in the phone?
AudioNet.
Yeah, I forget the name.
Vericorder.
Vericorder, thank you.
Vericorder.
Yeah, right.
Lobby. We keep our awards over here, of which we have many. We're very proud of. Most recently, from the Radio Television News Directors Association, we won a bunch of awards, so they're up there somewhere, I think. And the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters, AP. Staff loves winning awards, and they get to keep them after a year of display. So let's walk up here. An all-news station, as you know by listening, has a tremendous number of commercials. It's, I guess, one of the beauties of the format. You can probably run more commercials than the average station because people don't feel like as much as that it's an interruption. Although we've been testing that theory lately with the people meter. We're not sure if that's true anymore. But anyway, so Krista produces all that. She also is the voice. We have an internet channel called Here Philly. You can listen to on the internet, and she's also the host of that. So she does all the bridges and breaks in that program. As you see, and we'll see more of the studios. Everything here is, everything's computerized. She works with a smaller little console because she's really doing everything offline when she's producing commercials and things like that. And we keep our commercial inventory in the studio, and you'll see that when we get there, separate from the news content because if one breaks, we want to be able to play the other. It's really that simple. If we suddenly lose our news system, which does happen, we can play a couple of commercials while we try to recover or change studios, which we also have been known to do.
What I will do is I'll bring some of the anchors in to read, and then what I do is I work with Adobe Audition in here. So they come in, they read either on that mic or that mic, and sometimes I'll also get, I'll have client sessions as well. So, they come in, they read, and...
Not everybody has their own desk. We obviously are 24/7, so everybody shares a desk with one or two other shifts. They try to personalize it as best they can, right? You have pictures. You put your pictures away when you leave, or you keep them. This is Carol McKenzie, one of our morning anchors.
Hi.
Okay. Steve Nikase is getting ready for his 11 o'clock show, which starts in 20 minutes.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. Josh is our desk assistant on duty right now. So we're on air right now, and that's the way we kind of leave it. So mic means the mic's on, all right? So don't be noisy. On air just means that the studio itself is channeled to the air to go out to the transmitter. This is Vince Hill, everybody. You know Vince. Vince has been on the air for many, many untold years. Yeah, nice. All right. This is the world famous Studio Y. Studios are KYW. This is a studio we do a morning drive out of for all 5 hours, 5.5 hours. And then we alternate studios after that. So Carol just did the 10 o'clock show in there. Vince is doing the 10:30 here. We'll do the 11 in there.
Up next on KYW News Radio, I got my third section to go, which is like usually the second most important story of the day. I don't know how that usually
This is
runs.
John Austin.
Hold on. KYW News Time, 10:49.
This year, 71,000.
Every day.
We have sunny skies right now, 77 degrees on Independence Mall, going up to about 89 this afternoon. Well, in the aftermath of the Penn State scandal, there are reports that merchants are expecting sales of Nittany Lions merchandise to plummet. A New Jersey sports marketer sees that as very, very likely. Here's KYW's John Ostakovich.
For the techies in the group, because I got the sense that there were some. What's unique about this station and most modern radio stations is that there's no, in the studio we were just in, there's actually no audio wiring in there. The only audio wiring in there is for the speakers and for the microphones. That's it. Everything else gets, the console is actually controlling a computer that's back here. So the connection between that studio and here is a single Cat5 cable. But basically, the stuff goes into a sort of a subcomputer in the studio, and that computer sends information to this computer. And basically what it means is, like, so when you're fading something up, it's really not, it's not a potentiometer like a pot, that you're used to. It's really, all it is it's sending commands. It's telling the computer, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up, oh, turn me down, turn me down, turn me down. It's all happening here, not in the studio.